Howard here, today with a couple of beautiful Pinguicula Titans. Titan is one of the classic Pinguicula cultivars, and possibly one of the oldest, being bred in 1987 by Leo Song Jr. at Cal State Fullerton, but it wasn't formally registered until nearly 14 years later in 2001. So, what is the parentage of Titan? How did Titan come to be? Leo Song crossed a fragrant Pinguicula agnata, which is known as the CSUF fragrant form. CSUF is Cal State University Fullerton, with possibly Macrophylla, but it's noted that the flowers look similar to Gypsicola. So yeah, it's a little bit uncertain. So the name Titan was also selected by Leo Song Jr. One, because of the plant's size. Like here, this plant is just about 4 inches across, or upwards of 10 centimeters. But Titan has been known to exceed 6 inches, or upwards of 15 centimeters. So Titan can get pretty sizable. And then the other reason is to commemorate the nickname of the athletic teams at Cal State Fullerton, which is the Titans. So it is very appropriate that a university that produces this plant would name a plant Titan. Another really fun thing about Titan is that the flowers can be slightly fragrant. It's a very sweet, almost kind of like candy smell. It varies in intensity, and I think it varies depending on time of day, but I haven't quite figured out the pattern yet, whether it's like dusk and dawn, height of the afternoon. Heat might be a factor that brings the smell out, but most of the plants that we grow are under lights and the heat doesn't get intense enough to maybe bring that forward. There's a lot of different variables that could be at play, but to me it's really fun that the fragrant genetics came through with Titan, even if the intensity is slightly less. I have tried to hybridize with Titan, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get any seed. It would be wonderful to be able to create a Titan hybrid. For all of my attempts, Titan appears to be sterile, which is unfortunate, but it's still just a fantastic plant. I just wish that it could create its own offspring. Titan is also really vigorous and quite forgiving. I don't exactly recall how many years I've been growing Titan now, but it's really rare to lose it. It goes to sleep and it wakes up kind of whenever it wants to. It's almost like it naps as opposed to sleeping. Like if you started with Pinguicula gigantea, which doesn't really go to sleep, this would be a great opportunity to try out a Pinguicula that does go to sleep. So let's talk a little bit about Pinguicula dormancy. So dormancy is basically when a plant goes into a bit of a rest period. Most plants do it in the winter, and typically so do tropical Pinguicula. So for tropical Pinguicula like Titan, even if it is an artificial hybrid that was created in a greenhouse, the growth pattern is basically resting and active. And during the resting period, that doesn't necessarily mean that the plant stops growing at all. It's typically just producing non-carnivorous leaves, and depending on the soil mixture that it's in and how loose it is, it can basically bury itself underneath the soil, the surface of the soil. Tropical pings do this to protect themselves during non-ideal weather conditions. Most of them grow in the mountains of Mexico and Central America, and conditions are not always ideal for these plants year-round. Like there's typically a winter period where things are much drier and colder, so the plants literally just kind of suck back into the ground. But during favorable conditions, they will push out larger leaves that are carnivorous, i.e. that have sticky glands all over them. Like this is risky for the plant. Like the plant is exuding an enormous amount of moisture in order to offer up the mucus on the ends of the sticky glands. So it makes sense that it can't do this year-round. When it's resting is also the best time to take pullings. I didn't clean up the dead leaves around the resting Titan, just so you can see what it kind of looks like, where like if this went to sleep, all of these larger leaves would die and look like this. So this active growth Pinguicula has a pup. It's got a little pup that it produced, and I'll need to give that its own pot soon. So those are my notes for Pinguicula Titan as I have them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I talked about this beautiful plant. A very special thank you to Leo Song Jr. for making this plant. It's a beautiful plant, and I think the world is better for it. If you'd be interested in a Titan, at least at the time of recording, I believe that we have a few on the website, but stock is very changeable. So yeah, I'll put a QR code somewhere. Here's at least the page to Titan. If you're enjoying these videos so far, please let me know with a like or a comment on the video. Please feel free to subscribe. We have a lot more planned as far as video goes, and we're really excited about it. So stay tuned. I'm Howard with Brambles Botanicals, and I hope to see you in the next video. Adios. All right, green light, recording, green light. All right, let's get the jitters out. Nerves and jitters and yeah. Okay, and then start recording again. My eyebrow look weird. Ah. Ah. The word comes from, oh wait, I forgot to look up. What is it, a portmanteau? Where two words are together or like combined or essentially hybridized. Yeah, like explaining this is a little bit difficult. Why do I say across with it like there's a T at the end? That's like a speech pattern that I never noticed until I started recording myself more. But guess what? Microphone shouldn't be able to pick that up. Aha! I don't really have a script for this part. It's vigorous. I said it's vigorous, it's forgiving. Mythically? I don't know where you're getting your statistics. So yeah, there is grit. My stomach is grumbling. I hope that isn't getting caught on the mic. Motorcycle. I'm Howard with Brambles. I'm Howard with Brambles.